Do you know that debt is the most profitable product in human history? Banks don't build cars, houses, or smartphones. They build the loans that make you buy them. Every time you swipe your card or sign a contract, you're not just making a purchase. You're fueling a machine designed to capture your future income. Hey everyone, welcome to Fix My Finances. Today, we're exposing the truth about debt, not just your personal struggle, but the system of debt itself. This machine wasn't an accident. It was designed to keep money flowing upward, from your pocket to institutions that profit whether you win or lose. Most people think their financial struggles are personal failures, but if you don't understand who built this system and why, you risk being trapped in it for life. Debt is not neutral, it is the engine of power itself. Learn how it works and you can start breaking free. Ignore it and you'll spend decades working hard only to remain stuck in the same cycle. So let me ask, have you ever felt like no matter how much you cut back, the debt just doesn't move? You're not alone. Let's start with a little history. In the ancient world, debt wasn't always a trap. Farmers who couldn't repay were sometimes freed through what was called a debt jubilee. Rulers would erase debts to prevent collapse and keep society stable. The logic was simple. If ordinary people were crushed by unpayable obligations, no one could build, trade, or grow. But in the modern world, that reset disappeared. Debt became an asset, something to be packaged, sold, and resold on Wall Street. Your student loan, your car note, even your credit card balance, they're not just your problem. They're somebody else's guaranteed profit stream. What used to be temporary has become a lifelong sentence. Here's what you can do. Refuse to treat debt as normal. Write down every loan you owe and build a plan around either the debt snowball for quick wins or the debt avalanche to save money on interest. Both work. What matters is starting. Now let's fast forward. In the 20th century, banks discovered that lending was more profitable than holding deposits. Credit cards, mortgages, student loans, these weren't conveniences. They were the bank's most consistent revenue stream. Take the credit card. In the 1950s, it was marketed as a symbol of freedom. Buy now, pay later. But look closer. With interest rates north of 20%, a small unpaid balance could double in just a few years. And here's the hidden truth. Banks don't want you to pay it off in full. They want you to revolve your balance, to stay just in debt enough to guarantee them decades of interest. For households, that meant one thing. Living beyond your means wasn't a mistake anymore. It became the new normal. And the cost wasn't just money, it was stress, shame, and anxiety baked into everyday life. Here's your move. If you carry a balance, pick one card and freeze it, literally. Put it in a drawer or lock it in an app. Automate even a small extra payment each month until it's gone. That's how you stop being the customer the bank loves most. But credit cards were just the beginning. The system evolved further, tying your very identity to debt. And that invention is what we now call the credit score. The credit score, it sounds like a neutral number, a way to measure responsibility. But in reality, it became a lever of control. Instead of asking, can you afford this? The system now asks, how profitable will you be as a borrower? When credit scoring spread in the late 1900s, it shifted power dramatically. Suddenly, everything about your financial life, from renting an apartment to getting a job, was tied to your debt behavior, not your savings, not your income, your debt. That wasn't an accident. It was a way to normalize dependency, to make sure the healthiest financial profile was not the debt-free individual, but the perfectly managed borrower who kept paying month after month. For families, this meant a strange paradox. You could have no debt and plenty of savings and still be punished with a lower score than someone juggling multiple credit lines. Why? Because the system isn't designed to reward independence. It's designed to reward participation. Here's your move. Don't chase a perfect score at the expense of your freedom. Pay your bills on time, keep balances low, but remember the real goal isn't a high score, it's the day you no longer need one. Now let's talk about the rise of lifestyle inflation. In the 1980s and 90s, as wages flattened and cost of living rose, debt filled the gap. Credit cards, home equity loans, student loans, all packaged as tools of opportunity. But what they really did was allow families to maintain a lifestyle their paychecks no longer covered. The system didn't raise your income, it raised your access to borrowed money. And this is where the trap deepens. Because once your standard of living adjusts upward, cutting back feels like failure. So you keep swiping, keep borrowing, keep chasing the image of success while your future income has already been sold off to creditors. Practical step: challenge your normal. Write down your actual freedom number, the minimum monthly income you need to live, stripped of lifestyle extras. Every dollar you cut from that number brings financial independence closer. But the story doesn't stop there. There's a final evolution: the financialization of everything. By the early 2000s, debt wasn't just a product. It was the foundation of global markets. Mortgages weren't loans anymore. They were securities, bundled, traded, and bet on by investors worldwide. And when that machine collapsed in 2008, ordinary families lost homes, jobs, and savings. The institutions that built the trap, they were bailed out. This shows us the ultimate design. Debt is not personal, it's systemic. It's the engine of wealth transfer, moving money upward from households to banks, from workers to investors. And the future may bring even tighter controls. Central bank digital currencies are being tested worldwide. To the public, they'll be sold as efficiency. But for creditors, they mean perfect oversight and programmable money, a system where financial freedom could shrink even further. So what's the path forward? First, brainwash yourself for success. Immerse in debt-free stories, podcasts, and examples until you believe freedom is possible. Second, control your money with a written budget, not in your head, not someday, but now. Third, focus on scalable income, skills or businesses that grow without trading your hours forever. And finally, protect yourself with savings so one unexpected expense doesn't throw you back into the machine. In conclusion, debt is not a neutral tool. It is a deliberately cultivated machine designed to profit from your future. But when you understand it, when you see through the design, you can step off the treadmill and start building real independence. Do well to subscribe, turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I drop a video like this, and don't forget to like and share this video to help someone else break free from debt. And here's my question for you. Which of these strategies do you think will help you the most right now? Let me know in the comments.